Donna Renee with Green Star Marketing. So excited to be here on the inaugural Viirtue Connect here in St. Petersburg, Florida. It is my pleasure and my honor to introduce to you, well, probably doesn't need much of an introduction, Phone Bill McClain. He is the president, owner, CEO of Stratastyle. And I just want to say welcome.
Thank you.
How was your flight down?
Not too bad. A little slight delay, but not too bad.
I know. Well, aren't you super excited? Can you feel the buzz here at this first?
Yeah,
Viirtue Connect?
it's actually really exciting. It's nice to see all the people that you talk to on the phone or on a Zoom conference in person, and just see them all excited about what's happening here and all the excitement.
Exactly. Well, and you were in the keynote right this morning that Dan gave.
Exactly.
Pretty powerful info that he released.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting that, he talked about some key new partnerships and that type of thing, but really focusing more on the macro and the whole industry as a whole, and what the growth is going to look like over the next, 7 years in this industry. And it's growing like exponentially.
Some serious cash.
Yeah, it's all looking up. I wish I was about 20 years younger.
Yeah, you can keep going. You're in good health.
Yeah, I don't know.
So tell me, obviously this is your first Viirtue Connect because it is the first one.
Right.
How long have you been a Viirtue partner?
Just over a year, I guess.
Okay.
And from pre-signing to onboarding to putting our first client on the platform, it's been really smooth.
Awesome.
One of the things about Dan is that I've known him for at least 12 years.
Okay.
And
right.
So we were pretty early on in the cloud game, and we went through some painful experiences together on other platforms that
Okay.
I won't mention.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is about what they've done is they know what the needs of the partners are because they were partners. And
Yes.
so what they're doing is they're filling all those holes and those voids that were pain points for partners, whether it's quoting, billing, digital signatures, all those types of things, integrations, and so they get it. And that's what I like about them is they've been there, they've done that. They've been in the trenches as a partner, as a provider, as opposed to what they're doing now. And so it's to somebody like me, I see that, and that's very valuable.
When did you start Stratastyle?
So what happened was I have also an MSP, Networking Solutions, and we started dabbling in voice around 2009, and with some premise-based stuff. And once I saw the cloud stuff in 2011, I set up another corporation and said, we're only doing cloud, period.
No on-prem for you.
No on-prem. And the interesting thing is, it was a wise decision back then. It was a little early on, so the tech was a little shaky at times, but it's continued to impress and continued to get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's definitely the future.
Absolutely.
And the interesting thing is that one of the questions I always say to people is, I'm like, name me a legacy PBX vendor that has successfully pivoted to the cloud. The old, the Avayas, the this, the that,
Right.
None of them are as successful as the new upstart cloud providers like
Right.
Viirtue.
Right.
So.
Well, I think that recommendation that you gave for Viirtue, being that you've been in it since 2009, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And for you to have experienced the pain points and you see the solutions coming forth, I think that's a huge recommendation.
Oh yeah, they're not only recommendation here, but I've already picked up the phone and invited several of my partner friends throughout the country to check out Viirtue.
I don't doubt that one bit.
and they, I'm like, hey, you need to go look at Viirtue. You need to. Whether you decide to use them or not is up to you. But they need to be on your short list. And pretty much all of them have
I've
joined.
done it. You're pretty much a cheerleader.
Yeah.
For Viirtue.
Well, when you see what they're doing for the partners and how successful they're being, and the vision, the future vision that they have, it's easy. It's an easy recommendation.
I love it. So I got to ask you, tell me about phone bill.
So in 2020, during the lockdown, I was like, what am I going to do with my extra time? And so I started really doing a lot of research in marketing and things like that. One of the challenges for a lot of the VoIP providers is that we're nerds, right? We're tech nerds, we're engineers. That's not the challenge. The challenge is new client acquisition. Okay, that's because if you ask any of the people here, what do you want? More clients.
Absolutely.
Right? Not
across the board.
Not how do I provision this phone or how do I fax this person or whatever. They want more clients. And so I've heard lots of stories about people spending a lot of money on marketing and things like that. And whenever I spend money, I always want to be educated. And so I didn't feel educated. So I dove into some personal branding opportunities and hired a coach, and I do a lot on LinkedIn. And one of the things is with personal branding is, come up with a key phrase or whatever. And so, I could say hashtag StrataStyle and, that's okay. But I came up with hashtag phone bill. And the first person I told it to, they're like, oh, phone bill. Nobody likes to get a bill. And so I started marketing it, the one bill that you like to get, phone bill, hashtag phone bill. And, the other thing in LinkedIn on my headline, it says, Clinton, Murray, these famous bills. The only bill you really need to know is phone bill. So, and some may think it's silly. My wife would be included, my kids. However, last night at the opening, I had people coming up to me left and right.
It's memorable. It's sticky. Talk about sticky. That's
right.
the definition.
And so
it works.
Yeah, it's been going well, and I've upped my social game, social media, primarily LinkedIn, and I'm getting leads.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's working. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, you're doing a great job because I see you on LinkedIn. And,
yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Well, anything you want to say we don't know who's going to be watching this video. If there's somebody out there in what region do you typically service?
Well, we're primarily in the East Coast. So we're headquartered in Virginia, but we have clients up and down the East Coast and a few all over the place. I would say that, if you're in doubt of Viirtue, give me a call.
Okay.
I'll be happy to chat with anybody.
Well, I appreciate for that, but what about if somebody's looking for a vendor, a provider? I mean, would you be willing to sing the praises of StrataStyle?
Well, here's the thing about StrataStyle is we started Networking Solutions, my MSP, 27 years ago almost. So our legacy is being networking engineers.
Okay.
So what is VoIP? VoIP is packets, networking packets that include voice. So it's no different for us, data versus voice, and the design of that network, but then also troubleshooting from a VoIP perspective. Voice quality, what's going on. We can go in, we can do audits of networks. We can, prior to deploying a voice platform, because if you have a weak foundation, your house will crumble, and your house would be VoIP. So if your network's not in good shape before you deploy, it's going to be a problem. So we specialize in that and helping clients get their network ready before VoIP, or at least testing it to make sure it's good to go.
Right, you're not going to build on faulty foundation. If you
Exactly.
will. I love
Exactly.
that. So if anybody watching does want to get in touch with Phone Bill, how can they reach you?
So, the easiest is, StrataStyle, STRATUS dial.com. Our website is there. Certainly can find me on LinkedIn, Bill McClain. I'm there often. And then our primary phone number is also on our website. It's 804. Don't let me screw it up.
You don't call yourself.
500-1000 is the easiest number to remember.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay some money for that?
No, but I saw it and I grabbed it and I was like,
oh yeah,
that's a good
That's
one.
a great number.
So we got like whole like 101, 102. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny how people don't think about a phone number as being valuable until you
start advertising.
Right.
Marketing.
So who would forget 804-500-1000? I mean, that's like, how much simpler could it get?
Yeah, not much.
So even spelling, like call VoIP, 1-800-call VoIP. I mean, like people don't like to spell. They want to
No, that's hard.
So.
No, you did good.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, thank you for your time. This has
Sure.
been fun. You're doing great, and just a pleasure.
It's been great catching
Thank
up with you too.
Yeah, good catching up with you.
It's been.